All right, good evening, OG UK Dream Team. This is Dave Doyle from Canada signing on for our weekly training webinar. I'm just going to enable the chat box here and ask, how is everybody doing tonight? And this is a training point because when an OG presenter or OG leader or any other OG family member says, how are you doing? There's a number of answers that you can provide. First one, and the obvious one, is coffeelicious. So if anybody is coffeelicious, go ahead and put it up on the chat board. Couple of other options. You might be feeling mochadocious. Or you might be feeling latte lovely. All right, so there's a few options there. So whatever you're feeling, just put it up on the chat board. I just want to make sure that everybody's hearing me and that this is a little bit interactive, that you guys get to participate. All right, so if you can hear me, please just say something up on the chat board. All right, I'm getting a message from Julie that there's no sound or picture. So I'm hoping that that's not my end. All right, Nigel says we're good to go. So Julie, if somebody wants to chat on the board, hopefully she can fix her settings. All right. So guys, it's just me on here today. Your fearless leader, Mr. Josh Maskell, is busy doing some business at the moment. So for these training calls, they are recorded and you can watch the replay. So absolutely, if you have business going on at the time where you know that you have a CJM to attend to, a public event, an important meeting with the top prospect, or even a customer, then that is fantastic. You go ahead and do that and just make sure to plug into these webinars after. But if you do not have any immediate business that is going to grow your business and create volume, then we absolutely should be plugged into these training webinars. You're going to have either myself or Josh Maskell, maybe even Louise on occasion, or any of the other leaders as you guys are up and coming. We would love to hand off the platform and share this platform to have different leaders presenting with us. Okay, so we do have looks like a few people on the chat board that it is working, and others who are not. So we're just going to carry on, and if you're not getting on, you're just going to have to catch the replay, and it's all good. But we do have quite a long list of attendees here, so that's fantastic. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Really appreciate it. So we have a number of things to talk about tonight, so I want to get right into it. I'm going to start off by mentioning, I mentioned in the title, this team is absolutely on fire. That is a fact. There's no doubt about it. We have gone through a couple of different phases in this group. We have had some challenges early on that were overcome. And I think that at this point in time, over the next, starting this month in October and over the next 2 or 3 months, we are in a whole new game. Okay, what I'm seeing happening now, the very beginning stages of this, is that we are now starting to see some proper duplication of the proper activities that are creating volume in the organization, and hopefully, okay, and this is why these training webinars are here, hopefully continuing that and growing from that. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. We're right in the midst of it, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and better by the day. So congratulations to all of you who are active, who are showing the plan, who are sharing the coffee, sampling the coffee, selling the coffee and tea and hot chocolate. Those are the activities that generate volume and grow your business and get you to the next level. So way to go. Let's carry on. We have some exciting things to announce tonight and some exciting tools. And also I want to get down to some very core basic training to make sure that you guys are getting started right. So we're going to start with a little bit of a talk on mindset and systems for getting started in this business for a variety of different people, because the truth is in this organization with the people that you guys are bringing on, and if some of you are on for the very first time on this type of training call, maybe this is the first time you've seen me, welcome. You're going to get some information tonight, and I'm going to direct you to some tools and a training system that is going to absolutely guarantee, okay, I'm making this statement right now to you all. I am personally guaranteeing results if you follow certain specific activities and steps that I will be directing you to tonight, okay? Guaranteeing the results. You put in the work, I guarantee the results. So be ready for that. If you're brand new on the call, welcome, and that's what I want you to really, really think about, pay attention to, and be ready for, because I'm going to direct you to that information. For the rest of us, for those of you who have been around for a while, maybe since the beginning with Josh and Louise, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, it's the same thing. The same thing applies, because this particular tool that we're going to introduce is very, very new. Everybody, no matter how long you've been involved for, no matter how long you've been involved, you have the opportunity to start over and do it right. You have the opportunity to start over and have those same guaranteed results that I just promised, okay? And many of you have had outstanding results already. But when you go back and you do it properly through the system and through the steps, it's going to grow your results exponentially, okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is coming in from brand new to this company, coming in brand new to this team and this organization. You're going to be coming from many, many different places. Some of you, this is your first time in a network marketing company. This is your first time doing this kind of business and this business model. For some of you, this is your first time doing any business, period. Okay, maybe you're very young, maybe you're straight out of school, maybe you've been an employee up until now, and this is your first chance of starting something for yourself and building your own dream instead of only working for somebody else and building their dream, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being an employee. I was a fantastic employee most of the time for many, many years. But I was always thinking ahead as to how I was going to also build my dreams, not just build someone else's dreams, okay? Some of you have experience. Some of you have been in traditional business. Some of you have started your own businesses, service-based businesses. Some of you are experienced or have had experience in this industry, in network marketing. Many of us have experience with other products in other companies, building in other companies, recruiting in other companies, and now we're here with Organo Gold, okay? So whether you've been with one other company in the past or many, this information is going to be very, very important, okay? And this is the message that I want to put forth to you guys for tonight. No matter what your background, no matter what your experience, no matter what your level of success, whether it's through the roof, skyrocket, and you've made millions of dollars somewhere else, or you've fumbled and tried hard and just not had the right pieces together and worked a number of other companies and not had success, okay? It doesn't matter what the situation is, the same message applies. Any time that you start off in a new opportunity, in a new business, in a new situation, the best thing that you can do for yourself to ensure your success is to plug into people who are already experienced and successful in that particular activity or opportunity, Okay. So yes, I am trying to build a group of followers. Okay. Within that group of followers, guys, there are absolutely some fantastic and dynamic leaders who absolutely can take initiative and run with projects and activities. However, they all have to fit within a parameter of proven success. Okay. So if you're hearing this and maybe you're a person who says, you know what, yeah, I've been in this, I've done this before, I've done sales before, I've sold cars, I've sold underwear, I've sold beauty products, I've sold glow in the dark doorknobs, whatever it is that I've sold, or whatever success, I've made all this money, so I can apply this directly to this, and I'm just going to rock this on my own. I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm going to kill it, and I'm going to bring on so many people, and I'm going to teach them my strategies, and everybody's going to rock. Okay? That's not the plan. I'm telling you, I've seen it over and over and over again. I've been party to it. I've done it myself. Okay? That's not the best course of action. That's what I'm going to suggest to you. Anybody can have short-term success in this industry, in any business, especially selling something. And I'm going to say, especially with this product in this company, because it is so simple. It is so high quality. The results are so phenomenal that it's pretty easy to get some short-term success with this product in this company. But the whole point of network marketing in the business model is duplication, okay? So for example, if you come in and you are just absolutely, energy and inspiration on fire, and you're going hard, and you're so enthusiastic that you sign up 20 people and you have all sorts of customers, but you have no idea how to move them to do the same thing that you've done, there's going to be absolutely no duplication, and nothing is going to happen. Okay. It's going to be a flash in the pan scenario where you have that quick explosion of activity and heat and excitement. And then it's just going to die down, and that fire is just going to go out. Okay. And nobody's going to be better for it, because you're going to have a few quick checks, a few quick paydays, maybe a few people will, but most people are just going to be a little bit disillusioned and disheartened because they didn't know where to go with it. All right. So the real message is, we have the success system that has been proven over and over and over again for this product, for this company, by the leaders in this particular opportunity. And I'm telling you guys, it's proven. We don't need to reinvent it. We don't need to do anything different. All we need to do is be smart and follow the simple steps to success where the results are all made. Okay? Now, does this mean we're a bunch of robots and we're stuck in a box and we're not able to do anything else? Absolutely not. Okay? We love initiative. We love enthusiasm. We love individualism, okay, and character, and playing on everybody's strengths, right? And all that kind of stuff. Absolutely. But we can do that within the 4-step system. Okay? And that is the key. So if you have experience in different things that have worked in the past, absolutely use them. Implement that, but do it within the 4-step system that we have. Okay? Do it within the specific activities that we have in place designed to work. And ideally, check in with your coach or your mentor for OrganoGold, whoever that may be, and check in with them first. Okay? The last point on this is, if there is something that you're not seeing happening or you're not seeing being implemented, and you think, you know what, this is the best idea, and yeah, the 4 steps are good, but we really need to do this as well, or instead of, or whatever. If that's your frame of mind, here's what I'm going to suggest to you. Try it our way first. Do the opposite of what most people do, because I'll tell you what most people do is they come on board, they're on fire, and they just run and they go and they go and they go, and then they do their own things, and looking ahead 3 months, 6 months, 8 months down the road, it's a mess. It's chaos. It's a disaster, because there's no duplication. There's people who haven't been coached and mentored, and people fall off, and nobody's really having a good time. And then they make the switch in their mind that, maybe I should try it the other way that they've been talking about all along. Then they make the switch, and then they go right to the top, right? With new people, because unfortunately, all the people that were disheartened and disillusioned are usually left behind. So what I'm suggesting to you is do the opposite of the masses and do it right the first time. Do it right the first time. Everybody knows that. Everybody understands that concept. The problem is most people don't do that, okay? So how do we do this? How do we have the duplication? How do we get the system out to all of you as an overall group, as an overall team, and get it duplicating, okay? I am going to show you how we're doing that, and it is the tool that I have built and designed specifically for you, okay? I've been working on this for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to tell you straight up, it's not necessarily polished or pretty or perfect or high quality production. That's not the point, okay? The point is for the time being, for the next little while, next weeks, the next months in this team, this tool is here to help you guys get to a point where we have trainers, we have leaders in the group, and any of you on this call right now can be that person, okay? What we need is we need you to learn how to do the 4-step system that we have in place, and more importantly, duplicate it, train it, become the trainer, okay? So this tool is doing two things. It's giving you the opportunity to go back and do it properly step by step and see what the results are, so that you now have the credibility to teach what you have just gone through. And you're learning how to train through the training, okay? So that's what we want to see happen. So for right now, and for the next short term in the future here, whether you like it or not, you're going to have this Canadian accent voice is your group trainer, okay? So what I suggest is, if you want, because I love listening to you guys talk, right? It's completely, it's awesome. I'm starting to understand almost everything you guys are saying, even some of the slang and some of the things that you say, and I'm loving it. But for you guys, you have to hear me all the time. I don't want that. I want you guys to hear yourselves and hear each other and develop some proper training, leaders who are training in the UK, so that you guys are the voice for the 4 steps and you guys are duplicating the training, okay? But for now, it's going to be me. So I've created all these recordings. Most of you probably already are familiar with this and know about it. You might have even used it already. But this officially, on this webinar right now, is the official launch of this objective. And what I want to stress and enforce to all of you who are leaders, who are enrolling business partners and getting them started properly, this is all you have to do at this point, okay? Listen to my recordings and follow the action steps that I have outlined within those recordings as you were going along. It's not good enough to listen to all 8 recordings and then go back and say, I can now train this. That's not good enough. If you haven't done the action steps, you're not qualified as a trainer, okay? So you need to go through it yourself and train it at the same time, because we don't have time for all of you who've been around for a while to go through all the steps and do it and then come back and train, because you guys are busy enrolling people right now. Right as of today, I mean, how many people have we brought onto the team just today, right? Maybe half a dozen. So we need to do it and train it at the same time, duplicating it. So you're going to leverage the tool, okay, which is what I've done. I've leveraged my time and effort in building this tool so that you guys can use it and walk through it step by step, okay? So what I've done, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, I've just done very simple MP3 audio recordings of myself, training through the 4 steps as if I was personally working with somebody face-to-face, one-on-one. Okay, so what you're going to hear in the recordings is pretty much exactly how I train somebody when I enroll somebody. And so treat it as if we're in the room together and you're listening to me and you're going to follow the instructions. Okay, and when you start somebody new, you're going to direct them to these recordings as well, and just do the same thing. All of the instructions are in there, and I always direct the person who is listening back to their plugged in coach or mentor, which typically is going to be their sponsor. Okay, so it's not for me, for everybody just to connect with me and ask me questions. It's to get back in with your sponsor and create that duplication in that circle, and that kind of, you know, like a military term, the chain of command, right? Always go to your sponsor first. And if your sponsor doesn't have the answer, they're going to go to their sponsor and their sponsor, and it's just going to go upline until you get the answer. Okay. And that's how this all should be working perfectly. So I've got the recordings done. I also made sure that I have the transcripts. So it's typed out in a Word document, so you can actually read along listening, or you can just listen, or you can just read. All the instructions are there. It's the same. And so by doing that, you can learn it in different ways. You can take notes on the paper. You can download it. You can print it off. You can download the recording, the MP3, put it on your phone if you want, or your tablet, and listen to it in the car, whatever you want to do. But guys, there's nothing more important than doing the action steps. It's not good enough to just listen. Don't be just educating yourself and thinking you're getting knowledge. Do the actions. Action is everything. Okay. All right. I'm beating that to death, but I really want it clear. So what I'm going to put down here actually is I'm going to put the website right on here. Many of you already know it. It's already been put onto the team page, so you can find it there. I've just changed the look of it, so it looks, I think, a little sexier today than it did yesterday. So you can go check it out and see what you think. There might be a few slight other changes, but the content is exactly the same. I did not spend a whole lot of time on building the website. I had somebody do it for me, because I have more important things to do than build a website. I'm not that techie. All right, so enough with that. That's it, guys. Just get plugged into those trainings, do it step by step, and honestly, in 2 months from now, 3 months from now, and looking ahead 6 months from now, you guys are all going to have such big teams of people who are all trainers. They're all going to be saying the same words that I've been saying, right? And they're going to be training their people one-on-one in little rooms, in big rooms, in training centers, everywhere else. And when that's happening and when that's taking place, you won't need these anymore. Okay, this isn't meant to be a permanent tool. This is meant to get you guys going as a team so that you can start duplicating it and training the trainers. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see some results. I want to see what happens when people listen to the second recording and talk to 12. Okay. And if you don't know what that means, you will when you listen to it. I want to hear those specific results from the Talk to 12 campaign. When you do it exactly as instructed, okay, break down the numbers and just post the results on the page and say, my Talk to 12 project, these were my results, right? And write it down. Those results are going to inspire others to buy into the program and go do it for themselves, because it's all about results. And when you do the right activity, you're going to get the results. All right. So that's that. There is another tool that I want to talk about tonight. And as far as I know, I don't have full confirmation on this, but as far as I know, on Monday night at the Wheat Sheaf meeting, I do believe that this tool will be distributed and described and trained on. It is a very, very simple tool, which are my favorite things in the world, because business should be simple. You should be able to describe it in 30 seconds or less, whatever it is that you're doing. Otherwise, it's too complicated. So what has happened is this. There are some amazing tools out there in the world of network marketing for describing what a game plan meeting should look like, okay? There are Eric Warre from Network Marketing GoPro has a great program for game plan meetings. And one of your very own team members, Mr. Chris Callaghan, Chipper, has actually, and his Ashley Louise, they designed a really nice game plan meeting for your new distributors. So when you enroll with somebody, you have this guideline that you can have right in front of you, okay? You don't need to memorize it and learn it. Have it right in front of you. This is a tool that you can actually share with your new partner, because your new partner is going to use the same tool when they enroll their dual team 2 days later, right? So it's not something to hide and pretend that you're all professional and know it. It's a tool to share and use. So this game plan template is fantastic. Josh and Louise have taken a look at it and worked on it, as well as I put a little bit of input on it. But Chris and Ashley really took the initiative there and put it together. So it's something that you're all going to be able to use and will help when you get somebody started in your business. That will be the first thing that you do. And from that game plan meeting, then you're going to move them into the recordings that I was just talking about, okay, at the website. So that's that. So you've got 2 new tools that you're going to be using very, very soon. And when you use them properly and in order, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to make your life so much simpler, because life is not easy or clean when you're doing this business, when you're very active and busy and excited about it. Just ask Miss Danielle Hindley. Ask her how chaotic her situation is. She's I'm just gonna say it, she's a nutcase. When I chat with her, guys, man, it's awesome, because she's so on fire and so passionate. She's juggling so many things in the air at the same time, but she's getting it done. And what all of these tools are going to do is just make things a little bit more streamlined and focused for you, okay, so that you don't feel like you're just running around like a chicken with its head cut off, right? So that's the idea. All right. There's a few other things that I want to get into, and then we're gonna wrap up this call for tonight. I want to talk about the Star Achiever program again, and guess what? I'm going to talk about it probably every time you see me on any kind of recording or training or call, because right now it's everything. Okay, you're going to see when you listen to the 8 recordings for the 4 steps training that all of the activities that we do in our business are focused around doing the right activities to promote volume in your organization. Volume is created by the product, okay? Volume is created by moving a whole lot of this into the marketplace and allowing people the gift of having this in their bodies and feeling better, okay? That's your mission, and that's what you want to do. You want to get these products into the body so that people get the benefits from it. You are helping people. I don't care how motivated you are by the money and the business and the opportunity and the wealth and the financial freedom. At the end of the day, what is going to create that is your customers who absolutely love the products because of how it makes them feel. That's what's going to bring you to the top, and that's what is going to create a financial wall of freedom around your family that nobody can break through. Okay, that's what's going to create that, is this black and this latte. Have a black in your pocket on the left and a right in your pocket on the right, or a latte in your pocket on the right. And when you're doing your daily activities anywhere, you hand out those samples. You give them away to people, and you get their contact information, and you tell them that you want their feedback on how they like the taste and how it makes them feel, and you call them the next day. And that turns into a box, and that turns into a customer that will give you a testimonial where they will say, wow, thank you so much for introducing me to this coffee. You know what? I changed my coffee and it's changed my life, right? 1 cup at a time. So there you go. I've just given you all of, so many little tidbits there from our marketing materials, from our motto and all that stuff. And it's all true. And we use it every day. And that's how we do this business. Okay. So Star Achiever program. is exactly that. Anybody who is actually in business to grow a business and do something, create an extra income and help a lot of people, the only way that you're going to do that in this business long term and consistently, okay, again, anybody can have short term results. The only way you're going to do it long term and consistently is if you're bringing enough product, ordering enough product for yourself every month to be able to put that much product out into the marketplace. That's the only way it's going to happen, okay? OrganoGold didn't just make up the Star Achiever program and say, yeah, we just want everybody to order 450 CV every month, and that's going to create bigger checks for everybody. They didn't just pull that number out of the air. What they've decided is anybody who is properly doing the business, they're consuming some of the product, they're using some of the product for samples every month, they're using some of the product to sell to their retail customer base, okay? And here's a very important key. They're also having product on hand, and in particular, these two products on hand, so that when they start their new business partners, they're immediately giving that brand new business partner who just enrolled a box of black and a box of latte so that they have product in their hands and in their cup while they're waiting for their bronze pack to arrive, okay? Because that's going to take up to a week for their product to arrive. They need something to get them started in their business now. So when you're ordering enough product, so if you plan on enrolling 2 people in a month, right, then that means that you need at least 2 of these and 2 of these that month. That's 4 boxes of coffee just to provide to your 2 brand new business partners that you just got started. If you plan on enrolling more, you're going to need a whole lot more, right? So it's very easy to calculate how much product you need. You figure out how much you drink. You figure out how much your dedication is to sampling. You say, you know what, I'm going to sample a full box of each of these and 1 of each of the other boxes as well. So that's 5 boxes of product that you need, right? 5 or 6 boxes of product just to open up and hand out by the sachet throughout the month. Then you're going to think, well, if I'm building towards 10 serviceable customers and the average customer has maybe 2 boxes a month, that's 20 boxes of product right there, right? So now already, just with the little examples that I've given, we're upwards of about 30 boxes a month. And that doesn't, so that's selling, sampling, your own consumption, and that doesn't, and I really didn't even include the extra boxes for your personal enrollments, right? So let's say you're looking at 25 to 35 minimum boxes a month, minimum, just to do those simple activities in your business, right? If you order that many boxes, you're going to be right around 450 CV, okay? That's where that number comes from. It's calculated for a reason. So they established that 450 CV level to say if people are consistently ordering 450 CV every month, then absolutely the chances are that they're doing something. They're in business because they're moving product. Otherwise, they wouldn't be ordering it every month, right? So that's the importance of the Star Achiever program. Every month that you qualify or that you order personally through your account 450 CV or more, you become Star Achiever qualified for that month, okay? It's just a recognition for doing the right activity in your business. Now, this recognition is based on consistency. So if you qualify as a Star Achiever this month in October, then you will be a 1-star achiever. If you qualify in November again, then you will now have 2 stars. You're a 2-star achiever, okay? In December, you'll be a 3-star achiever if you order 450 CV each of those months. Now, let's say in January, you don't order 450, okay? Let's say you take a break and you only order 100 CV. Well, that means you're not Star Achiever qualified that month. And so in February, you start back at 0, okay? Because this recognition is based on consistency. Because when people take breaks from their business, typically you have to start over again in order to get back to where you were and start getting the results. So That's where the consistency is important. Okay, part of the 4 steps, the 4th step is plug into a system for 18 months. That's what we want to see. We want to see Star Achiever quality performance for 18 months straight. Guys, if you have 18 months straight of Star Achiever qualifications, your life will be different than it is today. I guarantee you that. Okay, a lot different, because you cannot move that much product without getting some pretty amazing results. So that's the key, and that's the whole point behind the Star Achiever program. So what we want to see, again, we want to promote the right activities in this team, in the OG UK Dream Team, to get this team to the next level. And to get this team to the next level, each and every person has their part to play. And each and every person who, and again, this is only if you want this. If you're on this line and you're thinking, you know what, this is way too much, I'm not into this, I just want to get my coffee for free, that's awesome. That's okay. You don't need to do all this stuff. Okay, everybody has their goals, their dreams, and what they want to work towards. Who I'm talking to right now are the people who are dedicated, okay, to build a business, to build a residual income, maybe make this their full-time income, right, or replace their full-time income. That's who we're talking about. And so that 450, that's what we want to see this month. We're promoting the right activities to get the big results. So in October, I want to see more Star Achievers in this team than we ever have before. And in November, that number should grow. Okay, we want Star Achievers like crazy in this team. We want recognition. We want stage time for people in this team. And Star Achiever program is absolutely one way to get on stage. Okay, by doing those activities, automatically volume is going to go up as a group. More product is going to get out in the marketplace, which means more product is going to need to be ordered, which means volume goes up, and it's just going to cycle and circle, and it's just going to be better and better and better. We're going to have Josh and Louise are going to move from Sapphire to Ruby. We're going to have maybe 2 or 3 Sapphires here right away, either this month or next. And next thing you know, they're going to build a few Sapphires, and Josh and Louise are going to go Emerald, and those other Sapphires are going to go Ruby. Guys, it's just going to keep moving up in little steps, and you guys are going to have diamond business in no time, okay? And we're going to create more diamonds in the UK than any other team ever, because you guys are going to be the first, and you're going to stay in first, okay? That's it. It's just that simple. We've got enough quality leaders and quality people and personalities and characters in this group right now that I can see at least half a dozen diamonds within the next 12 months minimum in this group, if everybody commits and does what it is that they're saying that they want to do. Okay, I think that's it for now, guys. If anybody has a question or something specific that you want covered or talked about, go ahead and throw it on the chat board right now. I will stall here for another minute or two to let that populate, and then we're going to sign off after that. So if you have any specific questions or things that you want covered right now, maybe that I missed or you think should be added, go ahead and throw it up on the chat board, and I'll see if anybody has anything to talk about. Okay. Other than that, we have an event going on in Rome in 1 month exactly. Ready. I know there are there's I think at least a handful that have already registered. I fully expect that from the way it sounds right now, from the people that I've talked to in this group, I fully expect that we're going to have 20 people minimum going to Rome. It is a 1-day, all-day event, intensive, with Holton Buggs, Shane Morand, Mr. Bernie Chua, and probably some diamonds from that side of the world, maybe even some from over here. And it's going to be a fantastic day. Guys, one of the biggest things about building anything, again, it's belief. It's personal belief and mindset, okay? You hear a lot of talk about all these conventions and these things where people are saying, yeah, it's especially people on the outside of the industry, right? They're like, oh yeah, you guys are crazy. It's like a cult. You go to these events and it's all the rah rah and what some people call happy clapping. And you know what? Absolutely. There is a lot of that. But it's okay because everybody there is happy. They're on fire just like you guys are on fire. And when you get to the convention and these large regional or international events, celebrate the company, celebrate like you own the company, and make that the focus for the day. Okay? Celebrate and learn, because every single person that you hear talk in that environment, you're going to get at least one thing from each of those people. And being in that environment, in that intense energy and positive energy, there's nothing that beats it. Okay? So the intention of an event like that is to build belief. And Holton Buggs says this all the time. I've heard him say this for over 5 years. And in fact, I think he says it on his Cash Cow CDs as well. Events build belief, but most major core decisions that people make to create big change in their lives are made at events. So most times when people are at events is usually the turning point for them, when they make a key core decision that changes everything. Okay? So that's another really good reason to attend events, because you never know what you're going to get out of it. You never know who you're going to be when you come out of that event. All right? So if you have the opportunity and you want to bring a team to Rome, absolutely highly recommended. Go for it. Okay? Don't know when the next big event's going to be over there. Next big international convention is about 11 months from now, in the end of August in Los Angeles next year. I already know of some of the team here on the line that are going to be there with me, so I can't wait. We're going to be walking the stage, breaking new ranks and getting recognitions. It's going to be fantastic. And who doesn't want to party with a bunch of Brits in Los Angeles, California? I do. And you know what? I know I owe a couple of rounds to a lot of people on this call, so I think that might be the place to get that done. Actually, no, that's not true, because I'm going to be coming to see you guys long before then. Yes. All right. So with that, we're going to close it off, guys. Again, same as the recordings. This training is not meant to be, a polished, beautiful production. You can see I'm just sitting in my cubicle office in one of my restaurants here, and I'm just talking to you like I'd be talking to you in a room. Okay. But I just want to drive those points home and get you guys what you need. Remember, my success depends on you. It is in my best interest to make you as successful as I possibly can. So I'm only going to give you the best information I have and what I know is going to work, because I've seen it and I've experienced it. Okay? And that's it. It's really that simple. So let's all pull each other up to the top. And with that, we'll see you again next week. Make sure to support your local events and your local trainings. Great job, OG UK Dream Team. Signing off for now. It's easy. It's simple. It's coffee. See you at the top.